In this video, I'm sharing my exact SMC model that allowed me to profit on a short setup this week on the New Zealand dollar, where my reward was 3 times my risk. And yes, this was also shared in real time with VIP members in Discord. So this is not some hindsight BS. This is a real-time trade. Okay, so if you're new here and we haven't met yet, my name is Justin Bennett, Forex trader since 2007, full-time since 2011. As always, all of this is my opinion only and not financial advice. So looking at the New Zealand dollar 1 hour time frame, we are going to start with a clean chart. I'm going to show you exactly what I did here on the New Zealand dollar, so you can literally copy and paste this into your own trading. And even if you take a part of this, it's going to make you a better trader. So the very first thing that we have to do, and I'm going to turn on bar replay here because it is one of the best features of TradingView in my opinion. If we go back here, we can clearly see that the New Zealand dollar was in an uptrend, okay, making higher highs and higher lows. And we know that because we have here a BOS above the high, okay, a break of structure above the high. We never close below the low. We then have up here a new high and a new break. Okay, so you can see that right here off of this high as well, we have another BOS above the high. Okay, so clearly buyers were in control back here. Now, this is all important for what happens days later, because in order to understand the price action at any given time using SMC, you have to go back. You have to look left and identify things like this over here to know what to look for in the current moment. So with that in mind, we have this low back here, right? And we know that this is significant because this was the low right here before this BOS. So this was our external or protected low here on the New Zealand dollar, which you can see that we started to break over here. And if there was any doubt as to whether or not we really broke that, you can see that if I play this forward, you can see we certainly got a break in here. Okay, so this right here now becomes our change of character. Now, the moment that we get this, I am flipping from bullish back here, okay, to now bearish. I'm looking for shorts only, but here's the key. This right here, this change of character is not the entry, okay? And this should feel late. It should feel late in this move because again, it's not where we're entering. Instead, what we want to do here is once I play this forward a little bit, you can see that we now kind of have confirmation that this down here is our potential short-term low. So what we can do is we can draw our fibs from the high up here down here to the low. Now, I've made a video before talking about my settings here for my Fibonacci tool, but I'll put them up here again in case you want to copy them. So this is how I identify premium and discount, and also OTE, which stands for optimal trade entry. So the optimal trade entry is the area between the 62% and 79% retracement. So this area up here, once you get things like a change of character like this, markets tend to revisit areas like this. And this is especially important when it lines up with imbalances, because OTE on its own really means absolutely nothing. All it's telling us is that typically this is where markets tend to reverse, but we also want to see imbalances like this back here to give us justification to see this market come up here and revisit this area. Okay, so in this case, guys, let's go ahead and move this forward now and see what we get, okay? So playing this forward now on the 1 hour time frame still, we can see that the New Zealand dollar did come up here and tap this area. Now, I want to show you something. As soon as we come up here and hit this area, I am dropping to a 5-minute time frame. So those are my preferred time frames, the 1 hour for structure, and then the 5-minute for confirmation. Okay, now a couple of things I want to show you. So first of all, you can see that this back here, a lot of traders would have gotten tripped up here because we had this high, we had the low, we had the break above here, so BOS, and then we had a break of this. Now, this right here, you know, technically is internal because we never saw the market come down here and form this low and then do this and then give us the BOS like we had over here. Furthermore, and this is the real issue with using this, is that if we look back here on the 5-minute time frame, so go back here to our OTE, what do you notice on these 3 candles, right? There is no retrace into these candles. Okay, so if I take another box and just drag it across from these candles up here, so let's move out here and do this. If we just take this box here and drag this across, right? Notice how we never came up here on this first high. We never fully mitigated this imbalance. So anybody using this right here as your short-term change of character to get short wasn't paying attention to this imbalance back here, okay, which you can see that we did get it right here on this high. So the moment that we get that, what I am doing is I'm looking at the 5-minute time frame and searching for another break of structure, change of character. Same exact pattern, guys, same exact thing. Markets are fractal, so you'll see this happen on every single time frame. So looking up here at this high, we have this high right here giving us a BOS, okay? So break of structure right here with the acceptance above that high. Now, what this means, and this is a perfect example, what this means is that this low down here now is going to be my external low, okay, or protected low. And this is ideal because notice back here, this was our high, we came down, we formed these lows. Liquidity build up below these, we then had the market sweep this, and then the BOS. So this is absolutely textbook. This is exactly what you want to see when you are looking for a potential change of character. This low right here is textbook. Okay, so if we go over here now, what I'm looking for, again, I'm looking for confirmation or acceptance below this low, okay? Because I want to get short here, but I want confirmation that sellers are really going to take over here. Okay, so playing this forward again, still on the 5-minute time frame. Okay, we're just kind of going sideways here, chopping around. Now right there, we do get confirmation. So what I can do from here is I'm going to drag this back over to keep it nice and clean and label this my change of character, okay? So again, what we're doing here is we have the BOS on the 1 hour, change of character on the 1 hour. We have our OTE, imbalance mitigated back here. We now have a 5-minute break of structure, 5-minute change of character. Now, one thing you'll notice too, though, if I go back to the hourly time frame, one thing you'll notice too, and this is why it doesn't matter. A lot of traders will try to chase this lower, thinking that they're going to miss this move and they start chasing down here. This doesn't matter, guys, because look at this candle on the 1 hour. Look at this imbalance now that we have back here. So again, this is not the entry signal. This is just confirmation that in this case, sellers are taking over once again. So within this short-term uptrend, sellers are taking over and giving us that confirmation of the rotation lower. This right here, though, is not the entry. The entry occurs up here on this imbalance. Okay, so if I play this forward now on, again, we're still on the 1 hour time frame, right? Just to make it nice and easy. So we have everything we need to take a trade. Now I want to see the market come up here into this imbalance, which it does right here. And this right here brings me to my short entry. Okay. So I'm going to move this over here because this really only applies to this region. We only need to see the market come up here and tap OTE. From there, we're looking for that low time frame shift. Okay, so my short entry, guys, occurred from right here in this area once we mitigated this imbalance. And yes, I did share this in real time in Discord, as I do with everything else. So you can see here, sharing this trade with members in real time, you can see that the exact same thing, guys. Change of character, BOS, mitigated this imbalance up here, 5-minute BOS, 5-minute change of character, imbalance. This was my entry, okay? And this was shared with members in real time. And on top of that, and you can see my other trades here too, I've taken 3 trades this week, all profitable, S&P 500 short, Australian dollar short, New Zealand dollar short. And on top of that, guys, I even showed this idea to VIP members here. So even before we got this, I said that it had all the markings of a bearish reversal setting up. All we needed was follow through. And that was that exact point right there where I was shorting the market. Okay, so I'm sharing this not to flex, but to show you that this isn't some hindsight BS. This was a trade that I actually took in real time. And if you do want to join us in Discord too, check out the link somewhere on the screen. You're going to get a free SMC course too. This is my strategy that I use. It's nearly 2 hours of content that's completely free. And you can also join us in Discord through that link as well. So looking here at, again, New Zealand dollar 1 hour time frame, this was my entry. Now my stop loss in this case went above this high up here. And the reason for that is because, again, we had that 5-minute change of character. So I knew that if this was going to play out, this high up here should hold. Now, what you're going to notice is that my target in this case was below this low. Okay, so what's the deal with that? And the reason that I was targeting lower than this low is twofold. One, because if this is going to be our lower high, chances are we're probably going to extend below this low. Okay, and I know that because when I think about, in terms of a trend in a market, I'm going to get rid of this here to clean it up. In terms of a trend in a market, we've talked about this before. I made a video on these type of channels before, but in terms of a market, right, what they tend to do is you get the market essentially revolving around a midpoint, okay, or mean. So markets are mean reverting. So what happens is you get a move to the extreme up here, you have it snap back to the mean. You get the move down here, you have it snap back to the mean, the move up here, snap back to the mean. So this is what markets tend to do within a trend. So knowing this, and again, knowing that if this is going to be our lower high, we probably extend below these lows. And furthermore too, if you look back here, what do you notice about this price action? What do you notice about these candles back here? So if I draw some lines here from this low down here, up here to these lows back here, right? What do you notice about this pocket of price action, right? This is also an imbalance here for the New Zealand dollar. So we had the impulsive move out of here and we never saw the market come back to mitigate this. Okay, so that alone right there was enough for me to target beyond these lows and get my 3R, meaning my reward was 3 times my risk, which is my minimum. So you can see here, 3.08 was the reward to risk. Okay, so if we play this forward now and see what happens here with the New Zealand dollar, this was a pretty quick trade, about 24 hours or so. You can see right there was my target hit here today, okay? So if I now hide this, let's take a look here. I'm gonna turn off bar replay and give you guys a little bit of bonus content in terms of, what we could see next. And look, my job is never to forecast. None of this was ever about forecasting. You can see that if we just recap this, all we did was identify break of structure, external low down here, protected low, close below, change of character, imbalance, OTE, lower time frame shift, okay? And then from here, again, all we're doing is the exact same thing. Imbalance through here, mitigate this, looking for shorts through here. Now, you could absolutely adopt this. Like if you're more of a high time frame swing trader, you could look at this back here, right, in terms of this imbalance and this OTE, and see this change of character and look to short here with a stop loss above the highs up here, and then look to play it that way too. It just depends on your style. It depends on your time frames, your time horizon, et cetera, of what you're trying to do. But for me, this right here, this style of trading is, super mechanical. I get enough trades per month. Like I said, 3 trades this week, all winners so far. It gives me plenty of trade setups. But in terms of where we could go from here, what I'm looking at next is obviously we don't know if this is going to be the low for the New Zealand dollar. And that's going to matter because it's going to determine if we get another rotation here. Okay, so in other words, if this is our low down here where we had now a BOS, okay, so this right here tells us the sellers remain in control. And if this right here, we don't know where we're going to potentially bottom out, but if we were to bottom out right where we are, then I'll be looking at this area up here. So you can see imbalance through this area, also an imbalance up here. Okay, so that could be one area to look for shorts again. But if we extend lower, then that of course is going to change things. Okay, so it could be, down here toward these lows, back here in this area, or potentially even a little bit lower. But either way, guys, wherever that OTE is lining up, like if for example, if we come down here and our OTE is up here in this area, then this is perfect because now we have this imbalance. Basically above these highs, I'm looking for a sweep above the highs and the same exact thing, right? Some type of internal shift up here to then once again get short. Okay, and it's not saying that it will happen, guys. It's not saying that it will happen. Again, my job is not to forecast. My job is just to react to what's on the chart. And this back here was a perfect example of that. All I was doing here was just reacting to this 1 hour change of character and also the lower time frame shift. All right, so I hope that this video has helped explain my exact SMC strategy, and I really hope that it does help you in your trading. And be sure to check out this video right here too, where I talk about how to identify premium and discount and OTE. And don't forget to join us in Discord if you want. Check out that link in the description. Until next time, trade well.